This right here is the Whitman Hotel. It's been here since the 1840s. Originally a trading post. Just a little bit of a hotel, and they've got a little bar and restaurant beside. Serve family style dinner.
Are you recording?
What?
Are you recording now?
Yeah. So we just polished up quite a bit. Whitman Hotel.
Right. Hi, Rosemary. This is a place you and Jim would love to come.
Yes. Right up there. Yeah, like that.
I'm gonna get one of these.
Glad to hear that. And he wrote that down. He said, now I know it's true. He'd asked others, you know, but he wanted to make sure because that's what his article was going to be. Just on little old town way out in the wilderness and how to get to it, like in that lane. And that's all it was. It wasn't to advertise nobody's business.
They said the traffic picked up.
Oh, shit. The phone call.
Recording.
I ain't gonna hang up on you. The first time you've been here?
Yes.
Is it? You know, the time I'll show you my bottle collection.
Yeah.
Huh? I looked at 185 stop by the home. And stop by 189 Ford pickup.
Yeah.
All right. These are all full of them. They all got the big seal on them.
Golly. That's something.
Then we got some back here.
My gosh, you got some things. Ain't
Here's
you?
one I'm proud of. It's a bingo bottle. I tried to introduce that bill myself 4 times when I was in the legislature and couldn't get it through. You get the mail galore. And these guys are friends of mine. After I got out, they got it through. But they sent me a case of these. The bottle got the state seal on it, which is unusual for a liquor bottle.
Yeah, I'll say.
So I give a lot of them away to different organizations, and still got a few left yet.
That's pretty neat. So these are all.
Here's an unusual one too, that dump sled.
Well, that is an unusual one.
These are all bottles?
These are all.
They're all bottles, yeah, these are all bottles.
So liquor bottles, right?
Liquor bottles.
They're all
in-
liquor bottles.
All liquor in them yet too. There's Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Yes.
T.R. Ewing over here.
That's something. That's neat. Man, what a collection. I didn't even know they made all this kind of
Tell
stuff.
me the biggest collection around the area. Any place, I don't know.
I'm sure it is. That is unbelievable. Appreciate it.
That's glass. That's in here.
Oh, look at the glass.
Remember here, the Slyman Brothers in St. Louis, always advertised sitting up on top of the arch.
Yeah, yeah.
We sold them 3 pieces of this last year. I had 4 pieces of them. They bought 3 pieces. This is unusual glass. Look at that. How that shines.
Boy, look at that. That's beautiful.
This looks like a diamond almost.
Yeah.
They bought 3. They wanted to buy this one too. They said, "Oh, we're going to get some spare money." Back over here when we had the post office for 50 years. We built a new one now across the street. We got a new one.
Oh, look at the plates. Oh, look at the plates.
Yeah, this is the old fixtures.
The old fixtures from the post office.
These are old boxes.
Yeah, the old post office
Yeah.
boxes,
Oh
huh?
my goodness.
Isn't that something?
Maybe you didn't know we was going to get our mail here at 8 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was down across the river and that ice in the river. You didn't know you were going to get any mail at all that day.
Uh-huh. Well, how long were you in the legislature?
14 years.
How many?
14.
14 years?
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yep. That's 10 years too much. You gotta be 4 years and then get out.
Get out, huh?
Takes a bum out of you to stay there too long. You get so used to thinking of somebody and everybody waits on you, and so
Yeah.
you get to be a bum. Old Paul Powell used to say there's nothing worse than an old broken down broken politician. That's about the truth, too. A lot of my friends had to go to jail. Look at me, some damn little deal they did. Didn't amount to nothing.
Golly, this is unbelievable. I bet you Lorraine's been over here.
There's Kennedy is there.
Uh-huh.
I took that picture here. I have a newspaper here. That Lord one when I used to build against the Free Ferry across the river. There's Paul Powell, the guy who had $1 million in a shoebox. He always said about
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's him there. And this is old man Pearson. He had charged about 7 banks around there. Sitting here one day, newspaper out of Jacksonville. Had a spot on the porch. I grabbed an old coat and sat out there. And when he died, they made a portrait of that picture.
Huh.
And there's my nephew. He state's attorney down there. He was prosecuted in St. Louis for a long time. Come up here.
That's something. That's neat. Well, you got some glass. Nice.
It's hard to
place.
find anymore. You don't find much.
No, you don't. It's a
You
beautiful
can't
state.
go to sales anymore. The only way I get it, I'm in the banking business, and
Come across it during
well, some estates, somebody
estate sales
to
and
close
stuff.
the estate out and keep
Uh-huh.
it real fast, and
right.
I just buy the whole damn thing that way.
Uh-huh.
But otherwise, you never see any more of it.
What are these? What year are those dishes from? The blue ones?
what?
Do you know?
What?
These blue bowls. You know what
I
year
don't
that's
know
from?
what that come
They
from.
look familiar to me.
Yeah, they do. I don't know if they're expensive or not. What are they? $20 that each or what? Well, they
That's
are
what it says,
expensive,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, it says each.
Boy, it looks
Jesus
like
Christ.
dishes we had in Hillsborough.
They are something
Courier
special.
knives.
That's all fairly nice. That's what they are.
Early winter.
Fairly nice. Oh. I have a lady who works in here. She knows more about this than I do. I buy it.
She tells you what's going on. Huh? She keeps you straight.
Yeah.
Rooms
Well, it's
just
a
keep like
magnificent collection. I sure appreciate you showing it to
Tell me,
us.
there's nothing to take us around.
Sure appreciate it. It's really neat.
that. We live in Alton, and there's over videos of it.
Oh, you got that thing working?
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah,
does.
yeah.
What kind of machine is that?
It's an RCA
Oh, take
camcorder.
pictures? Is this what?
Yeah, it takes like movies. It's a
It does?
videotape.
Hell, I'd
yeah.
like to buy one. Then what does that cost?
About $1,000.
$1,000. That wouldn't be bad.
You just pop it in your, you take the tape out and pop it in your VCR.
And without doing anything at all?
Not doing anything, no developing or
What is
anything.
it? Where do you have to? Where do you get a hold of one of those?
Oh, you can get them about anywhere, anywhere. Big department stores or camera shops or.
I got the damn mini camera around here, and it's damn complicated anymore. This is my newspaper here.
Yeah, let me see.
I used to use a Polaroid a lot. See, what I did, I took a lot of pictures of people at the table, and I devoted one page to that completely. Dining at Whitman, all they did. And it went over big. Everybody liked that. They come here to get their picture in paper. But you got so damn hard to with those films with that Polaroid. Or then you get nothing but color. You know, you need a plain picture.
Yeah.
Pictures long.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we enjoy that.
I'm glad to find out something about that. What's the name of that?
It's an RCA.
RCA.
Yeah, there's a lot of different brands
There is.
though. A whole bunch of them. There's.
Costs about $1,000, and you can.
You can just pop in a videotape, which costs you about $3 or $4, and it's good for 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
How can you see the picture?
If you look through here, you can see what I'm taping. See there? That just shows you wherever I'm taping. That shows you where you're seeing. And then you pop it out.
Sure. Now things have changed.
Well, this is.
They'd be glad to go right back again.
Yeah, probably so.
I was looking through there a while ago, and I seen that picture. That's the picture there that I was the only one on that ticket that got elected that year.
Is his head right on the.
That was a whole fistful of honcho Democrats.
All
He was the only one
I'm
elected.
the only one got elected.
What year was that?
That was 1950
1950.
something, 56, I guess, wasn't it?
I believe that's right.
The year Stevenson run for president.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't carry too much.
Year Eisenhower won, right, in 56.
I always got to think about it. Yeah, I worked for Stevenson at that time before that. I was good at nothing, and I traveled all over the state. And my mother, I tried to get her to vote for Stevenson, but he wisecracked too much. And I'd come over and then real old fine man. And my mother wouldn't vote for Stevenson, she'd vote for Eisenhower.
It's strange. You know, as good as old Reagan, you look on television, that was president. I keep reading things.
How long you gonna stay here?
Well, we're just another day or so. We're going back tomorrow. We got some relatives taking care of the kids. We got 4 boys.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
yeah, another one on the way.
Yeah.
Number 5.
How old are they?
15, 14, 6, and 17 months.
If you want to have a ball game.
I love her basketball
Yeah.
That's right. That's what Carl said.
So we're this is get away for just Mama and me for a couple of days. So
Nice to be able to do that.
yeah.
I got a nephew, oh, he's in Shake Tournament now. He got 4 kids too. He took them down to Florida.
Yeah, we came up Florida, up here to get away.
He goes down to Florida.
Yeah. He probably comes to Orlando where we are. Goes to Disney World.
That's probably where he went.
Yeah.
It's hot down in Florida right now.
I bet it is.
Boy.
The last couple of days here have been delightful. We really enjoyed the cool weather. Because you don't get that cool weather this time of year down there. Oh, this is neat. Paper here. All right, well, we sure do.
I want to get this, or I can pay you
Oh, she wants to get this. She wants to buy
You
that.
got something there? How much is it?
There's a card in here.
$2.95 and
$2.95, $2.40.
They're having a rough time. Hell, they spend more than they had before.
all right.
I was going to show you a picture of that Paul Powell. The guy had $1 million in the shoebox.
Yeah, sure enough.
There's when I was in Illinois. I just picture that. Did you ever hear the Shelton Gang years ago?
Of the what?
The Shelton Gang down in southern Illinois?
Shelton Gang?
Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
Probably
They
not.
were
Probably.
pretty notorious around the area.
Uh-huh.
This little clock that came out of there. I bought a lot of our land down there, a bunch of gangsters,
Uh-huh.
and that old clock was...
Oh, that's a beautiful
I
clock.
shut the buildings all down, that clock was in there, I took it out, and one day the fellow sitting here from Germany, and he had to stay here about a month longer, and he called me and said, would you look at that old clock? I had to go up on my farm first, and show him 30 times, right? Told me one day, I got to stay here 30 days longer than I anticipated, because they said that clock ain't gonna work on that in my business in Germany. Put it on a pickup truck, took it down there, brings it back, and didn't charge me a penny.
Is that
Now
right?
he gets back to Europe and he sent me a nicest letter and said the highlight of his visit to the United States was the day he spent up here.
Is that right? Huh. Isn't that neat?
You got a lot of eating areas in here.
Yeah, we serve a lot of people on weekends.
I'll bet you do. I bet you're really busy on weekends.
In fact, we turn on the water.
I heard the waitress in there say you get some bus tours in here too.
Yeah, we get a lot of
Come on.
people.
I'll bet they enjoy that. That's a pretty...
They were close to say, and people,
Well, people enjoy the ride out. It's kind of nice.
I don't know if my picture's in here or not, it could be. People say, look at the guy driving up here around Grove Street Bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Every time he's got somebody visiting from foreign countries, they like the idea that they take them out to eat and they don't know where they're going. They take them over here across the ferry. Then they come up here and sit at the table and we don't have no menus. That's what you're probably wondering why I don't have a menu. Well, that's the reason I don't have a menu, because they surprise them that way. They don't know what they're going to get to eat. And so they try to have a variety, pretty much. That
Sure was delicious. So it sure was delicious. We enjoyed it.
49th district here. 49th.
Yep, sure enough.
That's when I weighed more, was a little heavier.
Yeah, you were a little heavier there, weren't you?
Yeah, I weighed 215 pounds then. I lost a lot of weight.
It's about what I weigh right now.
You're always kidding.
I need to lose a lot of weight too. I've been working on it. I didn't help myself any today
The
here
doctor
though.
raises out with me all the time. I want to get the weight, see, and he says, "You ever hear of old fat man?" So he wants to stay thin all the time. But I was operated on for ulcers one time, and after that I started losing weight quite a bit and gained too much back.
Well, you seem like you're in pretty good shape right now.
Oh, not too bad. A little arthritis. Otherwise, I feel good and play cards with the boys. All these young kids can play cards. Keep you young.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
It'll get away from here, and then I get bored because I'm not active.
Yeah, well, it's neat to see that you're so active. That's
the
really
worst thing you can do is you
Yeah.
get somewhere. I go up to the farm, and that's all right for about a week or two.
Yeah.
And it gets disgusting if you don't have to do stuff.
Yeah.
You got to be doing something.
Mhm.
I had a Jewish friend of mine tell me that years ago. We in business, I had a friend out of St. Louis, and he was pretty successful. And I said, "Whitman, Carl," he said, you don't take a definite vacation, don't do you any good. He said, you got to have a certain time. I always think you have to be back for that.
Yeah.
And enjoy it, and otherwise you think you turn on vacation and you won't enjoy it yourself at all. I guess you got something.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's probably a lot to that. Well, it's good to stay busy, that's for sure. My boss is 66.
66.
And there's a lot of people who'd like to see him retire, but he enjoys work and he keeps busy. He's sharp as a tack, and he just wants to keep going. I say, go ahead and go for it.
I'm a wreck with 2 banks. I can own controlling stockings.
Yeah.
Right. They take me off. I don't know. But, no, I wanted to resign. They wouldn't let me. They want me to stay on. Let's stay on for Vice President.
Is your hotel in operation?
We do, in particular, who stays there. I had a big ring one time, 18-carat diamond ring, was $250,000.
Oh boy.
Fucking robbed me, like killed me.
Gee.
Made me downfall. So we used to have a lot of them. Nobody paid much attention about everything. Everybody's honest around here. We leave our door open. Since then, we're that particular. We don't stay here anymore.
I can imagine, yeah.
We don't push our rooms.
Yeah.
You almost have to know you before. If you come in to drive up here at night,
Yeah.
we wouldn't let you stay all night.
Right.
So, I don't want to take a chance of getting hit in the head.
Right.
Where these dopies run around today. But
Yeah, you got it to.
but if somebody we know calls us and has some recommendation,
Mhm.
we do have rooms that I'm staying in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame it's come to that, isn't it? But it's.
It sure is.
the way things are.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it, if I hadn't had some influence and know some ends on this thing, I'd never found out anything about it. The people who robbed me were working for the FBI.
Is that right?
Not the FBI, for the FBI. I said the FBI. That's the banking insurance, but the FBI. They're working on that leisure case in St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
Stone King's his name. And he's come up here one Sunday afternoon and parked his car over there. We were crowded here. The big Lincoln white Continental, and went to the bar and he was dressed real flashy, like black leather coat on, that type of fellow. And I was going to the bar once in a long time bar, and I had that ring on. I guess you've seen it. And he sent him and the other 2 hoodlums come up here and robbed me one night. Came back here till I closed up. And I closed up, and I had 2 state patrolmen in here, and the sheriff. Till closing time.
Is that right?
Right. And the guy's in the back.
Oh my gosh.
Did you ever get it back, or?
Well, it's such a damn long case. There's a bunch of celebrities in St. Louis involved in them. So people I wouldn't even believe.
Is that right?
If I had some influence, like my nephew was state's attorney, and that's everything dropped, they'd been better off. I'd never knew anything about it. I still had a vision of our law enforcement officers been in better shape than it did. We wouldn't operate like they do, but since then I've been disillusioned.
Huh?
The people who are in got power, what they can do. In fact, one policeman who comes up and eats a lot, he knew the rings. He's very much interested in it. And he's working on the case. And finally, he loaded him one time, put him in a different division altogether. And later on, he got into it again. The newspaper got interested in it. Finally, somebody tapped on us and said, those boys are buddies, friends of ours. Lay off. Well, I just figured a little dangerous then.
Yeah.
But now Stone King's on a run. I did find that out.
Huh.
He was working against the mob, Vitale and Bernie and all those boys. And he was a stooge. He got in with them, trying to get some information about those people. And now they can't use him. The government quit protecting him. Now he's on the run.
Huh.
So they got a price on his head now.
It's,
I didn't know they operated like that, but after I expressed myself now, every once in a while some fellow said, yeah, they knew that. That's
Yeah.
the way they operate. Then they took one guy, I had an attorney out here from Florida. He came up from Florida representing. And he tried to make a deal with his client. He's coming to Florida. And he said this lawyer said that he didn't know where he was going to. They picked him up, took him up across the ferry, river, took him into an old hotel and an old man there. But this Stone game must have been a tough cookie.
yeah.
He played in with the mob down there for a long time to get some information about the leisures, you know, and that deal, that everything. I guess that was more important than me being robbed. They said he could do anything he wanted to do outside of murder, and they had to protect him. That's the reason they didn't kill me, I guess.
Shit.
They just about killed me. They hit me over the head 3 different times. See, they stayed in the back here. Finally, next day we found all their cigarettes. They'd been sitting back there for hours. And when I closed up, they came in and met me here. I heard them tromping, running in here, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. It's Halloween night. We had people standing in the hotel that night. I just thought somebody playing a joke. So I rattled around for a while, and they got rough, see, and finally, I guess we got pretty rough, and I had them down on the floor for a while. And then, I didn't know what they wanted, didn't say what they wanted. Had gloves on. Finally, I had that ring just like this one. It was big. I got this from the States, see, that's why I had that other one. And I had that tape around it. It did come off. Good thing it come off, they probably cut my finger.
Yeah.
And rattling, then they hit me over the head 3 different times, and I finally laid right over there and couldn't get up anymore. They said, you raise up one more time, we'll kill you. And my girlfriend was here with me that night, and she just scared her, just scared to death. She just stand up there. She had a big ring on too, but she kept it hid. But they didn't know nothing about her ring. They didn't know my ring.
Yeah.
See, that's what was after. And I had about $3,000 on me. Money that lay on the floor in a box. They never even picked it up.
Never touched it, huh?
They don't want that ring.
Boy. Well, it takes all kinds nowadays, I'll tell you. There's some bad people out there.
Yep, you never know. So since then, when
So you've been real careful, I can understand that.
anybody calls up, we're filled up or we don't rent rooms anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
A few bucks to make out of it, and it's worth it.
Yeah.
Take a chance. I don't need more money. It always behind.
Right. It looks like you've done okay at your time, so.
Yeah, the Lord's been pretty good to people financial as far as that goes. You can't complain about that. You don't have everything you want in life, so you're always missing something.
Well, it sure has been interesting. We've
Well, sure
enjoyed
glad to
this.
have
It's
you.
been a fun.
That's the fun of being
afternoon.
in business, staying around here. You always meet some interesting people.
Yeah, but you do.
It's been a fun trip for us. We enjoy getting back home. We miss this area out the Midwest and stuff. But, you got to go where
You know,
can
my
make a living.
ambition, I had some funny experiences. I went out to Leadville, Colorado when I was young. About like you, I guess, one experiments, some different things, excitement. Offered to work for nothing. Couldn't even get hired.
Is that right?
Big general store out there, and my dad had a general store here, and I thought I
Yeah.
knew something about it. I was wanting to learn something, get around a little bit. And I offered to work. I had a few bucks. I wasn't broke. I could afford I found out with life that you can always get in things if you don't want too much start with it. Get in gradually. You make your contacts by association. You never know too many people. I thought, well, I worked for nothing. I learned something around here. And I guess they thought I'd steal everything. I guess and didn't want some money. So, but I had plenty of money to get by on. I thought, well, why don't you make some contacts? You know, offer work for nothing. Couldn't even get hired. Also,
They wouldn't even hire you for nothing.
Hire me for nothing. So, but I made more money by just making acquaintance.
Yeah.
I was an arbitrator for industrial commission. I traveled the whole state. That's how I come to buy all that shelter land down in South Illinois. I was no lawyer. I was the only fellow that wasn't a lawyer that had that kind of a job. They all thought I was a lawyer, but I wasn't. I never did. You know, I said the only bar I passed was a Whitman bar. But, sitting around the table one time, they said, Whitman, somebody can make some money here. And the shelter land's going to be stolen. And actually, I was always interested in making a buck if I had a chance to make a buck. So who's going to buy it? There's a bunch of Chicago gangsters turned out to do their organized shots. The people didn't resent them. So I stayed over and sure enough, I knew a little something about land. The gangsters didn't mean nothing good. I didn't know what a gangster held. The gangsters didn't bother me. Everybody else was scared to buy it. And I bought 1,000 acres there for $25,000.
Gee.
And God sold it 3 years later for $175,000. It just shows you what context.
Yeah, yeah.
People know people.
Yeah.
Then I had another guy one time done me a big favor. Had a bunch of land on hands for years for sale and couldn't sell it. And I was in the legislature then. What they called me one day and said, some days he had a reinvest some money in the type of property he sold. He sold his land to REA and he had to reinvest it.
Mm-hmm.
And he started out looking for a big acreage and he went to a filling station one morning and said, asked anybody, nobody knew it, just young kid just said, I know a guy got a lot of land, called him Carl Whitman down in Brussels. So he came down and he called me first and I said, yeah, I got some land to sell. So I made a deal and he never even looked at it. In fact, I priced it $50,000 more than I had in it or wanted it. It would have sold it for. I figured he Jewed. He never Jewed a minute. He just said, you have to have all the money? I said, no. And he gave me $15,000 down. Made a deal. Just scribbled up a piece. Couldn't get an attorney that afternoon, on a Saturday afternoon. Couldn't get an attorney. Just scribbled a piece of paper. And I thought the damn deal wasn't any good. It was so damn easy. So then later years, I asked him one day to come down. I said, how the hell did you ever learn about me? He's up in Surrey Valley, Illinois. How the hell did you ever learn about me being there? I said, well, he told me exactly. He said that this guy told him. Turned out to be a page I used to have in Springfield.
Is that
I used
right?
to give him my Cadillac and a $10 bill once in a while. He thought I was a guy. I said, you never know who's going to be any good. If it wouldn't have been for that kid, I never would have.
Is that
sold that
right?
land.
That's something.
So you never know who might do anything good sometimes.
Uh-huh. Well, you treat everybody right and hopefully.
Everybody can help you out.
Yeah.
You never know too many people.
That's right. That's right.
I always found out that this little guy who might be insignificant as hell to somebody, he can be pretty important to you sometimes.
Uh-huh.
That's where some people in life lose out so much. They don't pay attention to that little guy.
The little guy, right.
I always make a point to do that, to kind of pay attention to that little guy. Like when they moved all that money out of Paul Powell's hotel up there. And, I was up there that day, and I always took the boys to Apple. I always had peach orchards down here in Apple. I take them bushel apples, bushel peaches, and I took them. So when I drove up, having extension knew better because the St. Nick Hotel is always crowded. You can never park there.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I parked, I hollered, hey, Whitman, don't put your car there. We got a drive on today. You had a fight, political, local. And so I said, you want to park it? We'll park it for you over the garage, which is unusual. You don't do. You just leave it sit there. So they did. And I goes in, and this old Redland drives up. He should have had better sense too. He could drive right to the hotel and just leave it parked there. But he's one of them guys, tightwad, didn't tip nothing. They just left him sit. So then the cops come along. He took his car. Well, he panicked. He had the money in that car. So they didn't pick him up they picked him up because he had his car parked right.
Right.
But when he found out the car was gone, he thought they picked him up because he had the money in the car.
Oh.
He panicked like hell. And I said, otherwise they'd probably brought some of them down and divided it up.
And that's well, I think we're gonna go exploring. Anything else good to go exploring around here?
Well, if you like history, up at Chanceville, they've got this radiologist outfit up there. The dig. I got the bank at Chanceville. I owned the bank up there. We publicized this pretty well. I got a kick out of this one time. This fellow Struber, he's not in it anymore. He used to be. I was out in L.A. one day and in the room and turned on the TV. And who the hell come on TV with this fellow here? He's here all the time. He was out there begging for money.
Is that right?
He was a master at that. He really promoted that. He had to put out a pamphlet, a book, had a picture of the United States, and he had Chanceville on it. The only damn town he had on this was Chanceville.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I got a kick out of it. I kidded him after that. I said, kid, get away from me. I said, hell, turn on the TV out in L.A. and here you were on it.
Maybe we'll go up there.
Not something different if you're interested in things like that. They had quite a dig right out of Chanceville there for years. It's remarkable how people existed 4,000 years ago, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like they'd have a flood and do away with the area. I guess that's happened in recent years too, the way some of these towns are. Happened there, they'll probably right at about that years ago from now on.
Probably will. All right, thank you. Well, dear, you ready to hit the road?
Well, my pleasure. Talk to you.
Pleasure, our pleasure. It's been all ours. Enjoyed meeting you.
Yeah, take care now.
We'll come back
Have a
again.
good trip.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you now. And here's the view from our room.
But today I'm switching
Look out.
from Tylenol to Advil. You see, sometimes even 2 extra strength Tylenol didn't get rid of all my top headache pain.
TV off. Nice view of the trees right outside the window. Well, here we are at the lodge. Really a neat place. It's right up in the corner. Our room is right up in this corner here. Windows overlooking the trees outside. Up over on this side we have the cabins. Family group sitting out there and sitting out most of the day. Inside of the lodge. Our room's right up the stairway there. Hey, Mom. How you doing? You say hi? You say hi? Huh? What you doing? How you doing, Mom? It's hot out there today. It's hot out. Nice and cool in here. Nice and cool in here. How you doing? You had a good lunch, didn't you? Did you have a good lunch? Have a good lunch?